Yo, what's cracking? It's motherfucking Fat Poppy, Slim Poppy podcast. I am Slim Poppy here with Dark Shark, aka Fat Poppy.
Dark Shark? Where the fuck have I heard that from?
That's Jasper's dad.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I was just watching their show, or at least a clip of it, just right now, and they're getting hypnotized, and the dad actually got hypnotized thinking he was a Martian. And it's just the funniest shit watching him do a little gibberish. And they're like, you really believe that you got hypnotized? He's like, yeah, man. Blah, 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 blah. And Jasper just look at him like, man, get the fuck out of here. But
It's fucking Jasper. It's like, yeah, I was really a fucking Martian. You don't understand.
he was like, blah, 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 blah. It's just like, dog, no. But yeah, this is a motherfucking episode 8, I believe. I just put up episode 7, so yeah, this is episode 8.
That would be it.
Yerp. How's shit going on with you?
Interesting. My fiance's dog is one of the dog's house is actually having puppies right now. The reason why I bring that up is the way the dog was in the kennel, right? And I guess the dog was like, you know what, I'm gonna have this baby. Fuck the bullshit. I don't want to be in this kennel anymore. So dog got out of the kennel and went on her little niece's bed, laid on the little niece's pillow, and started giving birth.
Now I've heard some shit. My sister, she had a dog, and the dog just one day in the middle of the night shit on the bed, but like where her feet were. So to her, she didn't care because she's like asleep and it was just warm. Her feet were just warm as shit. So this is just like a similar situation of just like a dog just doesn't give a fuck.
That's, oh my god. It's just warm. I'm sorry. Shit is just something I can't do. So
Well, of course, the smell is going to wake you up, but at first, the warmth is going to comfort you.
God.
You just going to nuzzle up in that and just be like, shit just got cozy. But to me, that seems like a Rick James moment for that dog. Just like, fuck your pillow.
Oh my god. Can you imagine? So this is what happened. All of a sudden, fiance's little niece is like, yo, yeah, come over here. So she goes over, right? And this is her exact words, almost verbatim. She's like, we go over. Bessos, the dog, is laying on the she's laying on the pillow and giving birth, like said. And she's like, oh, we need to get Bessos out. She's like, and the puppy was halfway out of her choach. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, nah, that's... At least wait for that one to get out,
Yeah. They waited for...
That's fucked up to the baby and the mom or whatever.
She said she waited for it to get out, but when it was still connected. I was
like umbilical cord? Like what?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know about fucking dogs.
It's not that crazy.
I don't know if their birthing process is any different. And yeah.
I don't know either. You know what? You're probably right, because I haven't been there for that fucking birthing process, but from what I understand, they just kind of come out like one at a time.
Yeah, they could be fucking birthed in like a little sack or some shit, and then yeah. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You just got a bunch of puppies now.
Yeah, from what I understand, there's just one. Let me check the recent update. Yeah, she's working on the second puppy.
Oh god. She's like sending a picture now. You're like, no, don't.
don't send the
Block. Blacklist.
Don't send the picture. All of a sudden, so she's the feisty one, but I finally got introduced to her, and that dog was fucking huge. And I felt hella bad because, all right, so she was running into the house, right? But she's pregnant. And there's like steps up to the house. And I literally see her run. She comes out the side. Her foot kind of slips. And she just bangs the shit out. Well, this is a dog. She just bangs the living hell out of her tit. And just keeps on running up. I was like, ow. It's like, I've seen that whole thing swing to the side. I was like, this poor fucking animal. Can't get ramps in this bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all got dogs, but y'all don't believe in ramps. Y'all's a trip.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I know. A little wild. But yeah, what's going on with you? Anything new, exciting in the life of you?
Nothing too much. Oh, I did go see that new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Far From Home. I saw that last weekend, and that was cool. It was, just another little Marvel movie. It wasn't like fucking life-changing. And then, tomorrow will be a anniversary for me and my girl. So we're going to figure out what the fuck we're going to do.
Sarah, I think you should have done a little bit of what is it called? Planning. Go on.
Nah, it's okay. Once you've got so many of these anniversaries like underneath your belt, like I have, like this is going to be number 11. So after a while, and especially with our personalities, like we don't really trip off of that. Like we're just like, whatever we're doing, as long as we're doing it together, we're chill. It's, if anything, we're trying to figure out how we're going to incorporate, a baby in all this. So that's kind of what makes it a little tricky, where it's just like, just stay ass home, watch Netflix or something.
I know. Oh, you trying to borrow some silk rose petals?
Oh snap! You got some left over?
I still got some left over, man. They're in the pack. I don't have this. I don't have the scent package anymore.
Oh my god, man!
Fuck. I know.
What the fuck am I gonna do? I got some Axe body spray. Don't worry.
You just gotta hit it with the chocolate Axe.
Yeah. Yo, there's this dude at work that fucking was wearing hella Axe body spray to the point where like you don't even have to be standing near him to fucking smell it. And he's like way older than me, like gotta be somewhere in his 40s, 50s. And I just asked him, I'm like, are you wearing Axe body spray? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, you smell like a fucking teenager.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know where the fuck to find Axe body spray.
Walmart.
That would explain it.
Yeah, I mean, I just know that from past experiences of buying Axe body spray back when I was in high school. But yeah, now I'm a fucking grown ass man, so I just let the soap do what it can and just pray to God that that's all I need.
God. Yeah, no, I forgot I was going to grab some deodorant, and I was like, hey, you know what? Like, I have a couple of different colognes. I'm like, I'll mix it up. Fuck it. But I did not see any. All I saw was like the actual like deodorant, antiperspirant, like Axe spray. And I was like, I thought for a second they moved on. I was like, these niggas are not making cologne anymore.
Yo, remember back when
Don't say bud. Don't say bud.
Damn, that's a fucking reference. Fucking get that Walgreens. It comes with the little 3-pack of sprays. Oh man.
For the same price as one Axe.
Yep. And there's a couple kids at my school that had bod spray, and they really thought they were doing something. I was like, sir,
they're like, the package is a lot nicer.
You might as well, saying that, these Airwalks from fucking Payless shoe stores is cracking while we're all wearing Nikes.
Yeah.
But what I was going to bring up was your favorite fucking Axe body spray. The fucking it was chocolate. Yep.
That was the shit.
Funny as hell. You fucking hate chocolate. Yeah.
I mean, not hate, but it's not like my favorite.
And then anytime anyone would ever offer chocolate to you, you're like, bitch, I am chocolate. And then walk away.
I did do that. I did that. I forgot about that, but that doesn't mean I didn't do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that you said. I probably won't say everything right now, but
bitch, I am chocolate.
That's probably the most tame thing that I could think of right now.
Oh, I gotta tell my fiance that. Once, bitch, I am. Wait till I go to Baskin Robbins. Oh my god, it's over.
Yeah, you go and call me up like, yeah, she didn't like that joke. So I gotta get Uber from Baskin Robbins. My girl took my car.
And she don't drive.
She said, I'll meet you at home, but we don't live together. Yeah.
The fucked up part is I had to pay to get my car towed to her house. And she got an Uber.
Oh, sorry. I just triggered myself. I just said toad.
It took a while to connect.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be tattooing a bottle of water on my bottom lip and have my girl do the bottle challenge.
They don't call me Dr. Scholl's for no reason. You know what I mean? That's pretty nasty. But yeah.
So your girl's back though, right? Because she went off to vacation. She did some things that you wouldn't be proud of.
God.
She went out to Kansas City and just got it popping with the capital P.
Got lowercase the P. Yeah, I was kind of like, what the hell? First, because she told me she was in a small town, and then next thing you know, she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to whatever city. She's like, oh yeah, I'm going to Kansas City. I'm like, oh, you going to a big city? I thought you was gonna stay at, wherever. I didn't know you was going all out like that.
And she's like, yep, I am. Bye.
Bye.
Yo, please tell me she did not try to torture you the whole time. It was just sending you Snapchat after Snapchat of her just getting more and more sloshed.
No, she was like, hey, I'm just checking in, still with my sisters, yada yada yada, how you doing? I'm gonna be here, I'll call you once I'm out of here, yada yada. And yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, give her some time, bro. She'll definitely be letting out little nuggets of information about that night over the years. Yeah, that one time where we fucking got in a fight, over in Kansas City. Wait, what? That happened? Yeah, I told you. Punch that bitch straight in the jaw.
Nah, she would have told me that off top. She'd be like, this bitch was over here tripping. Bitch thought she was somebody. I had to tell that bitch, you ain't. Yep. That's my girl. She's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, now you need to go out. You
Pretty much.
Go out and let your freak flag fly.
See, this is the whole thing that I think is crazy. So, guys go out just to holler at girls, and girls go out just for fun. But girls are mad that they already know what guys are trying to do, and they're mad that, like, oh my gosh, guys approach me. They won't leave me alone. It's like, bitch, do you know where you went? It's like, come on now.
It's like going to a restaurant. This guy keeps on asking if I want to eat or drink something.
For real.
God, I just came here to hang out with my friends.
All right, bitch, get out of Denny's.
Well, at least like no crazy shit happened. At least from what it seems like, because I feel like you would have told me.
Oh yeah, you would have known about it. I'd have been on the podcast just slandering her. This terrible bitch. I put my trust in her.
She's supposed to be my rib.
She's acting like the three little pigs blowing that damn house down. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, she the big bad wolf, huh? Okay. It'd be worse if you came on the podcast. You're like, she don't love me no more.
Oh my God, Jody. Yeah. Thank God that's not happening.
I don't know, man. You just gotta first make some guy friends and then go out. You know.
Yeah, if I learned how to make an actual friend, it would be a great improvement.
Then your girl will really be tripping. Like, oh, so you just out here making friends, huh? But you trying to get rid of me? You need me.
All of a sudden you hear, I do need you. Need you so fucking bad. God, I'm such a terrible person.
She's like, come back here with your thick ass.
I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. I promise. Just like over there looking all thick.
looking like a milkshake with some fries on the side.
Oh, you didn't even put no milk in there. That's just soft serve. Said, Miss, why does that sound
looking thicker than bacon grease.
Oh, God. Room temperature. That fucking lady's crazy. Oh my God. But when I went to go pick her up, right? So she landed at like 12 o'clock at night. She wanted me to pick her up from the airport. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna pick you up, or I'm gonna be at this parking lot. You meet me there. And she's like, all right, whatever. Not really tripping about it. And then by the time it comes time for her to get off the plane, she's like, all right, where are you at? And I'm like, I'm at this place. And she's like, I'm not sure where that's at. And I was like, okay, well, look at a map, look at this. I'll tell you where it's at. Come to find out, it is not close by. So I'm at SFO, which if you haven't been there, it's a fucking nightmare normally. But with the construction that's going on, and then on top of that, major construction, and it's dark as all living fuck. Like, it was pretty hard to find anything. It took me like 45 minutes to pick her up. I'm like, babe, I've never even been here. I'm just driving around. I said, this is how you know the place is fucked up. I asked the fucking police that were there. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm a little lost. This place is crazy. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. They're like, I know, right? I'm like, nigga, you work here.
He's like, you do look a little lost.
I'm like, all right, I'm just looking how to get to the fucking terminals. And he's sitting over there like, terminals? That's a good question. Well, I think
he's like, well, man, I don't got much time. We're supposed to be installing surveillance cameras. Yeah, I'll just talk to you later, nigga. It's like, what?
Said, nigga, you white. He said, nigga, you black.
So what you guys been up to? You guys do anything this past weekend or so?
Yeah, we stayed once. I got a hotel over there, and Motel 6 next to Oakland Coliseum. Now, most of the Motel 6s have been like updated and are really nice. So I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be cool. Like, it's not the flyest hotel ever, but most of them are updated, like I said. And I have never, like, I went to the hotel, right? And they're like, do you want a smoking or a non-smoking room? I was like, I didn't even know it's legal to have a smoking room. They're like, yeah, it is, but with California state law, like, you have to have like two separate, completely separate buildings. I'm like, y'all niggas have two completely separate buildings just for smokers and non-smokers? They're like, yeah, why? I'm like, bitch, I have never heard of that a day in my life.
And but, yeah. What'd you choose? Did you get a smoking room or a non-smoking room?
Oh, I had to go for the smoking room. You know, you got to experience it.
Yeah. Blaze it, 420. Am I right, brother?
For real. It was really cool. They had this really weird pipe in the bathroom.
It was glass, but yeah, you know, it had some cool stuff in there. You know.
Speaking of cool stuff, apparently there was a diabetic who was there before as well. He just left a whole bunch of his insulin needles all over the damn place.
Yeah, I have one still, just in case.
Yeah, it's actually, ow.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was about it. So that was fun. Oh, and I had to pick up her mom too. Now, the thing about my fiance is she's close with her mom. So she has no filter. And she's just over here like, cool. Finally here. Can't wait. About 30 minutes before we drop my mom off, and about 35 minutes before I get some dick. Like, oh God. I'm like, nigga, your mom is right there.
It's okay. She's right. She's always been good with numbers. Very punctual.
I'm over here like, I didn't know what to say, so I just made a little joke. I was like, you know, babe, I'm actually on my period. Her and her mom laughed, and her mom's like, I don't feel any type of way. Yeah, the girls, they have no filter. She doesn't care. I'm like, yeah, I just would never say all this in front of my mom. She's like, oh, well, she does.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just gotta, you know, it's better to say less in those situations.
Yeah. Well, my fiance never says less.
Well, I'm saying for me, like, I don't jump in with the jokes because you know how I am. I'm always the one that takes it one step too far.
What? I got a story for you. Quick little story time.
All right.
Me and my fiance are shopping, right? I go grab some underwear. I don't know. I only wear a couple of different types of underwear. Not trying to sound bougie as fuck, but like, there's certain underwear that I think are mad comfortable, and certain ones I don't. So I normally rock with Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, or Ralph Lauren. And so I got a pair of underwear. We're over here checking out at the counter, and my fiance is like, "Oh, really, babe? What'd you get?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I got this, and that, and then these underwear." She's like, "Let me see the underwear." She grabbed the underwear. Need you mind, we're right in front of the cashier. The cashier is still checking things out, and she's like, "Oh, I like these, babe. Your dick's gonna look so good in these." I was like,
"Ma'am, please,
like, miss,
madam."
Here,
I mean, my damn shit.
The bitch jumped when she heard this. She didn't talk for a couple minutes, but Then she completely tried to change up the subject.
Oh yeah.
She's like, so Christianity, am I right?
Jesus, I love him. Do you?
God. Yes, I do. I don't.
It'd be worse if like you did, put him on and she saw it. She's like, "Oh my God, I see everything."
God.
Thank you for that story time.
Well, I have something just in case you don't.
I definitely don't right now.
Okay, so listening to the Bodega Boys podcast, some of their old stuff. Now that it's on Spotify, I listen a lot more. But so I'm listening to them, right? And they were talking about the Apology tour, where they just thought it was ridiculous how they had to apologize for everything. Me, I started thinking to myself, you know what? I think it's not really that bad of a thing to apologize to people. Now, seeing that we have this platform that we want to, have clean spirits, I think this is a good time for us to apologize to about things that we couldn't really apologize in person about.
Okay.
So, I have my first apology. Not gonna say to who, but you know the person, unfortunately. This was a dickhead move. So for this, I'm sorry. I was in a relationship. Obviously, this is past tense because there's only one woman that I mess with now. Because I'm old, and the older you get, the less tolerance you have. And my fiance takes up 110% of my tolerance. So I couldn't. But anyways, so old relationship. Person used to complain I didn't treat him well. I begged to differ. And I remember that person went out to a party or to a concert or some shit because we didn't listen to the same music. She liked like EDM and shit like that, and that music just makes my balls itch. Just can't do it. It's like scratch. But so
it's like ever since that Motel 6, those insulins in that pipe, I've just been itching.
I couldn't do it, right? So she went out and she called me up, and music playing in the background, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I just got here. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk to any guys or anything like that." And my reply was, "Really, it's okay if you do, because obviously you talk badly about how I treat you. Maybe you'll find the person who's going to treat you right."
Yeah, you're kind of a dick for that one.
She's like, "I don't know why you'd say that." And I'm like, "Well, you're over here talking shit. You're like, I mean, you really feel like you could do better than do better."
She was like, "Nah, it's all right. I'm fine with
pretty
you."
much. She's like, "No, I just
you're my
say
silver medal."
She's like, "What's under bronze?" I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "You." Like, fuck. But yeah, I just was not really feeling it. But yeah, that's what happens when.
Well, I ain't sorry for shit. I got no regrets. Never lost.
No regrets. You sound like fucking Magic Johnson. I'm not sure if you heard about that interview, but that was fucking hilarious. So like,
no,
you don't feel anything about any type of way, and he's like, "Listen here, man. I have no regrets as me as a man. Period. No regrets.
Nothing at all."
And it was like, seriously, like you mishandled the Lakers, yada yada yada. You don't have any way that you feel about it. And he's like, "I told you, as a man, I never have any regrets. I don't have any regrets on anything I ever did as a man." I was like, really? Seems like you should have one big lifelong regret.
Nope, can't think of one. Well, there's this one time where I went and had McDonald's, and then I had to go to the bathroom for a while because it didn't sit right with me. But other than that, just like saying all these different things besides the one.
Real. It's like, you don't have anything that's staying with you?
This one time I could have went to the NBA championships, but I decided to go do this instead. That would have been a fun night. Just,
I had a fun night.
he's like, well, there was this girl. They're like, yes. But I never mustered up the courage to talk to her. Oh.
Well, you didn't need to talk to her, apparently. He's like, no, that wasn't me. That was Kobe. Like, sir.
This is what I'm talking about, taking it one too far.
All right. So, is there any fucked up thing that you feel about that you don't keep in contact with a person that you feel like you should apologize?
Oh, it has to be a person?
No, it could be about a thing.
Oh, fuck.
You can consider the person a thing. I mean, you know, it's whatever.
Or the thing a person.
Oh, no.
Damn. Fuck. Even me just thinking off the top of my head, I can't really think of much. I
mean, you could always just play the get out rule and just take this moment to apologize for something you did at school. So that way when your parents hear this, they're like, oh, at least he has remorse.
Yeah, I wish I tried harder. No, I mean, as a man,
I got no regrets.
No regrets.
Magic Johnson style. You know why? I got that magic.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the closest thing that I feel kind of bad about is that I fucking made out with this one chick that my friend at the time, I guess, had a thing for, and he was doing like how young people are, where they like try to play it down like, oh man, she's whatever, this and that. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, so you don't like her? Okay, cool. And my ass was just like, well, I'm just going to throw my shot out there, and if it work, it worked. If it don't, it don't. I'm not really tripping, and it worked. Worst makeout session ever.
He said, I don't know why. She just pinned my tongue under hers and then just went brr.
She grabbed my ass. No, she obviously didn't really have that much experience, because she was like making her tongue like really hard. It was just like
flapping it around, just fucking. It's like, bitch, we're not pinball fighting. Bitch, what are you doing?
I was just like, yeah, I'm done.
This bitch, you hear her. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a tongue war.
Oh, my homie was pissed. He was pissed. He was like, what? You made out with her? I told you. I'm like, you sound like a bitch right now. And yeah. So you know who you are. I'm sorry.
If it make you feel better, it didn't make me feel better. That was trash. Wait,
girlfriend tried to call tripping. Hey. Send it home to you, Nick.
Yeah.
But speaking about bad, times with someone else, do you have off the top of your head
regrets.
What you consider your worst date?
Yes.
Because I really didn't date that much past high school, so I'm trying to like live vicariously through you.
It wasn't a good scene, man. I'll tell you what. Like, no niggas here.
You was
loving the
on
life,
Tinder
but,
and everything.
you know, I was just like, I moved back to a city and I don't fucking know anybody, so I was having zero hopes for that. But it just somehow worked out. Anyways, um, yeah, worst date. I was fucking much younger. I think I was probably 17, 18 years old, and I remember we went out to go watch a movie. I don't remember what movie we watched, but she came to pick me up because she had a car, and we're going to go watch the movie, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. I couldn't tell you about the movie, couldn't tell you anything about it. All I remember is she was just trying to have me hold her hand, like throughout the whole movie. She's just like nudging my hand and like rubbing my hand. So I'm moving my hand slowly away from her. Like my hand was on the armrest. Next thing you know, my hand was on my leg. And next thing you know, my hand was on my lap. And once I felt her hand like just wiggling across and just trying to use her thumb and like rub my hand, I was like, okay,
Oh, she was thumbing you, huh?
God bless. I was like, I am just going to have to take this L.
You're like, God, of all the times that I could have IBS, why not now?
For real. I'm like, I'm just gonna have to take this L. Wish I was taking a shit, but I'm gonna have to take this L. Hold her hand, right? And I remember holding her hand. I'm like, fuck. But then the movie ended, and I was like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna get up, and you mean obviously, like you get up. There's not really time to reposition or whatever. Like she's gonna let go of my hand. Nope. She was not about that shit. As I get up, she gets up incredibly fast and she's clenching my hand just to make sure I don't let go. She holds my hand all throughout. Then we go out and she's like, what do you want to do? You want to go home? I was kind of thinking about it. She's like, well, you know, you said you really like shoes, and I was thinking maybe we could go sneaker shopping. That's when I was like, I always could use a pair of shoes. I was like, all right, so fuck it. Yeah, well, okay. I mean, I guess
Shit, some 13s just came out. That's all right.
I guess we could go sneaker shopping. I mean, you know, you got to give bitches a chance.
Oh, sure. You could throw me on the way there, too.
Yeah, man, you could throw me on the way there. So.
No, I said thumb me.
It doesn't get better either way. I was like, the bitch was driving.
That's experience.
She's like, stoplight.
Safety first.
Good. Click it. It's click it or ticket.
Suck it or fuck it.
Miss, please.
You want the shoes or not? Here, grab a hot towel.
So we go to, she's like, okay, we're gonna go look at shoes. And I'm like, all right, cool. And where does she take me? Kohl's. I'm like, a nigga has never purchased anything from Kohl's. It's just not for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And come to figure out, she was actually shopping for shoes for herself. And she's like, yeah, I just want you to, you know, give me some incentive on what shoes I should buy. It's like, that's what I get. My ass is over here. My ass over here thinking I'm gonna get some kicks. But
yeah, you really got thumbed real hard.
I was like, nah, that's not what's happening. So go shopping. She's over here telling me about how she's been homeschooled for fucking ever, and how she played the tuba. I explained that I think the tuba is probably one of the worst instruments just in general.
Gosh, you're such a dick.
Just for real. This is the fucked up part. I told her that before knowing. She's like, "Do you like instruments?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I used to play the fucking drums and shit like that. I like a lot of instruments. There's some that I think is stupid." She's like, "What do you think is stupid? Like the clarinet?" It's like, "No, the clarinet's not that bad, but I think this tuba is like the most fucking stupid thing that you could ever play." I was like, "I just hate everything about it." She's like, "Oh, I played the tuba." She's like, "I still do." I'm like, "Okay, well that's dope. Actually, you've been doing it for a long time. Maybe what you do is different."
It's not.
She's like, "Yeah, maybe." She's like, "Yeah, I'm just really happy to be shopping. Thanks for spending time with me." I'm like, "Oh yeah, no problem. I just want to come hang out." And then she's over here like, "Okay, well, you know what? I should call my parents before I buy anything." And
Okay.
need your mind, I was like 18 and I think she was 19 years old. So I'm just over here like, what in the actual fuck? And here's the funny part. Her parents, you know what they said? Said, whatever her name is, you don't have to ask us to spend your own money. And she's like, "I was just thinking, call you, whatever." And they're like, "Okay."
We're hanging up now.
It's like, damn, they don't even really sound too interested.
He's like,
anyways,
fuck, every time I'm trying to make you a sibling, you gotta call about some bullshit.
oh my god. Then next thing you know, she brings up subject of sex. This isn't that talking just pretty much about how she's had sex once before, but it's just because her parents are always gone, whatever. She had sex on top of her piano in her house. I was like, "Oh, you got money."
Well, it depends. Yeah. Was it upright or grand?
It's a lot more than niggas in the hood had.
It was a Casio. It's just on the floor.
That bitch, I didn't want to know Casio. That was a Fisher Price.
Each pump, he's like, "I got the keys."
God. But so talk about that, and she's like, "Yeah, maybe one day when my parents aren't home, you could come over." I'm like,
"And I could show you my piano."
And she's like, "Do you know how to work these ivory keys?" I was like, "Oh no,
I prefer the black ones." But once you get your fingering down, the rest is bliss.
She's like, "I already showed you how well this thumb works, so
how about I show you how the rest of these work?"
God. But so I forget. After that, we're like, she found a pair of shoes. She's like, "You like these?" I was like, "I don't think those are too great." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm not sure." And she's like, "But I really do like them." So I'm like, "Okay, well then fuck it, just get them. Like, what does my saying have to do with anything?" And she's like, "Well, you know what? My parents didn't like really tell me it was okay or not." She's like, "If they would have told me like, yeah, go get them, then I would have just, went and got them." I was like, it's like, whatever. And she's like, "Okay, well, you do seem bored. Maybe I should drop you off." I'm like, "All right, cool." Like, yeah, I was trying to make an excuse. I was
You're like,
"Yeah."
Really? That's why you get all excited.
I'm over here like, "Yeah, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I got some stuff to do. I live with grandma. She got to take medicine. She don't really like a whole lot of people around when I."
Yeah. Plus, I got a date later, and I don't want to miss that.
But she's like, "Okay," she drops me off, and then she turns off the car. "Need you mind?" Just me being a dick. I was like, "Oh yeah, drop me off around the corner. It's fine." She's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, just drop me off over here. It's fine." She's like, "I could drive you to your house." I was like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. I just didn't tell my family I was going out, so I just don't want to, whatever. She's like, oh, I get it. Okay. So, she's like, turns off the car. She's straight up like turning and looking at me. And then I'm just kind of like trying to blow her off. And I hop out of the car. I'm like, all right, well, bye. And I get out and I take a couple steps and she's like, Devontae, wait. And I was like, yeah. She's like, come here. I was like, what's up? Did I forget something? She's like, yeah, come here. And I remember her. Oh, this is vital. She also did smoke cigarettes. And
oh boy, here we go.
Once I came over to the fucking window, her arm just reached out, grabbed me by the back of the neck, and just fucking pulled me in and just kissed me and tongued the fuck out of me. It
laid a fat, wet one on you.
It was bad. I was over here.
1, 2, 3, 4. Declare tongue war.
I was like, nah, this ain't good, buddy. This is
like menthols.
It was like I chewed a whole cigarette. It was fucking like, I don't know what the fuck she does. She must have smoked like a pack a day, because I swear to God, I was like, this is the most disgusting thing. Period. Yeah, I think that was a bad date. I definitely had another awkward date, but that was probably as bad as it gets.
Well, tell me the awkward date.
Some girl at my old place of work was just like, hey, look, I think you look good, yada yada. Can I get your number? She did this in front of all my other coworkers, so these fucking guys were like, oh my God, you had a chick just come up and just fucking ask for your number and ask you out and yada yada yada. What'd you do? And I was like, Nikki, you were right here. All I said was have a good night. And then she left and came back. And
they were like, oh, he got game. Teach me.
God. Not an ugly chick, right? Very, her body was nice. Face.
I love how you could tell that you held back a little bit.
Face, God held back a little bit.
God. What the fuck? That was so fucked up. We're sorry.
It's about those apologies. But her body was definitely the nicest thing about her. She seemed cool. We talked for like 2 days or so, and then we're like, okay, let's go actually hang out. Need you mind? I was working at a gym when I first had met her, so by the time like we were hanging out, we're at a gym, like it wasn't much that we could see or really do. So then when we actually go out to hang out, like it was kind of a, okay, this is the first time I'm really able to like get to know you, right? And I remember meeting her and taking her out to eat. She didn't want me to pick her up. She wanted me to meet her there. She didn't want me to like walk her to her car, anything like that. Really weird. That's besides the point. Meet up with her, give her a hug. I'm like, oh, she looks nice. Instantly when I give her a hug, I'm like, what is that smell? I'm like, yo, it smells like you just burned the living shit out of your hair.
Do you like it?
I was like, and I forget, it's just some black chick. I was like, yo, like, I understand you're trying to do things with your hair, but yo, like, your hair smells burnt. I was like, your whole entire thing is just throwing me off right now. And even from us, like, just chilling, we got into the restaurant, ordered drinks, and started chopping it up. And she's telling me about her job. I have almost never been less interested. She worked at some like preteen store, and she was telling me about how it's been like busy with like fucking birthday parties and shit like that. I'm like, I didn't know they had birthday parties at stores, and she like explained it to me. A bunch of long awkward silences. and still waiting for the food. The food's taking a while, and she's kind of looking up and laughing and smiling, and whatever. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yo, it's really been a good 30, 35 minutes. Still smell that hair. like,
I can taste it at this point.
like, still smell that hair. And then she's like, oh yeah, like, I think we went to, I don't know. She's like, oh, here comes our food. I'm like, cool. So then we're chilling, right? And we're eating now. So there's like less of an awkward silence because we're able to talk about, the food. But she's eating rather slow and not a lot. So I would talk to her, but like she'd be like taking a bite out of her sandwich, and as I would like talk to her, she would continue taking the bite and then like put her hand in front of her mouth and talk instead of like, okay, I'm gonna answer the question before I take a bite. I thought was kind of weird, but whatever. Live your life. And I thought that was weird. We probably talked for maybe 10 minutes out of that whole entire experience. I tell her, all right, well, I'm moving, so I, will hit you up a little later because I'm going to be busy. I think I had something else to do that day too. It's like, so I'm going to hit you later, right? And let her know about that ahead of time. And I think like a couple hours later, she ends up hitting my phone just like, what the fuck? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, I just think if you're not feeling me, you could have at least told me. And I was like, okay, where the fuck is this coming from, lady? And she's like, I think it's just real fucked up. Like, we just go out and you don't even fucking talk to me or anything like that. And I was like, I told you I was gonna be busy, so I thought that was nice of me to tell you that ahead of time. And she's like, I just think it's real fucked up. Like, I don't like playing games, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, I didn't mean to offend you. My bad.
She just takes it another level. Like, I don't like playing games. Like, are we going to get married or what? Because my biological clock is ticking.
God. I was just like, whatever. Sorry if I offended you. And she's like, whatever, fuck you. So obviously she said fuck you, so I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna hit her back. Go back to work, and she's fucking there working out. Need your mind, does look very nice. She like had some leggings and a sports bra, and she was very fit and whatever. She looked nice. And I had to go like fill up some of the bottles around the gym, and I go into the cleaning supply closet, and as I'm opening up the door, all of a sudden I hear rustling and then footsteps, and I kind of turn around and I see her, like she power walked to me. And like I said, I'm at work, and she's like, I just think it's fucked up, yada, yada, yada. You didn't fucking hit me up. If you're not feeling me, that's all you have to say. I'm like, oh, I told you I was like busy. And I was like, honestly, I wasn't even sure really how I felt about you, whatever. Like, we just started talking. I was like, but then you're acting crazy. So I'm like, fuck this shit. Like, I just hit her up and told her that I was going to be busy. And then she's mad at me about some shit. So then she's like, okay, well, I'm sorry. I was like, yeah, so that's why I didn't hit you up. She's like, okay, well, my bad. I guess I'll talk to you later then. And I'm like, this crazy fucking bitch did that shit at my job.
Well, so, I mean, I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, that's just like, why are you going to do that? Like, if it could at least just been like, yo, can we talk later or something like that? But
yeah, don't be at my job.
But she like running up on you like she about to fucking pull out the blicky.
For real. I was like, bitch, what is you doing?
She like, phone check, folks.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was pretty wild, and that was by far the craziest experience.
Well, you just stopped texting her, right?
Oh yeah. And then
she just got the hint. Just feeling like she's been ignored over and over.
Yeah, and then whenever she came to the gym and shit like that, I was like, you know what? Actually, I think I'm going to go clean up something right now.
Yeah, it'd be worse if she fucking try to apply at the job, try
God.
to be just to get closer to you. She hits you with, "I'm pregnant." Like, we didn't even have sex. Well, it's yours.
Miss. But yeah, that shit was fucking crazy. I did have one more thing that I wanted to talk about. There's a movie out there that I really want to see, and actually hearing about it makes me want to see it even more. It's called Shaft. Now,
with fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, and the fucking guy from Survivor's Remorse, which was a great show that got canceled. And they have the original Shaft in there too. From what I understand from the premise, Shaft has a baby. The mom was just kind of fed up of the lifestyle that Shaft was living, yada yada. And then they're driving somewhere and there was a shootout. So after Shaft killed everybody, she's like, "I'm fucking done. I'm taking my family and we're getting away from this craziness." Shaft never talks to the son. Then the son gets into some trouble, goes back to his dad, and they're kind of like rekindling this relationship and trying to figure out like, why have you been gone so long, yada yada yada. But the main part that makes me beyond interested in this movie is apparently it's coming at PC culture. Like, Shaft is as crazy and wild as ever, using problematic terms, all different types of shit. And the son is a person trying to be like, "Yo, what the fuck? It's 2019. Like, you can't talk like that. You can't do shit like that." I don't know. I just think that's an interesting way about going about it. And I think it's funny when people call out shit like that. And I could see how it would be funny just being like, "Look, that's not okay anymore." And like how wild it is where you have to like apologize for your parents' actions because, shit was just different for them.
Yeah, fucking just out of nowhere, just throw out some wild racial slur. Just like in our days, like, "Oh, grandma."
Yeah,
stop it.
I'm just over here like, okay, that's yeah. But I'm super interested in watching that movie. From what I hear, a lot of people are getting on it just because they do say some wild shit, but then other people are like, "I really like the balance," and said it was really good. So I think I'm gonna enjoy that movie. I'm looking it up. Of course,
I'm scared for you going to movies now. Stay at home.
Too. Apparently, it's one of those movies that are only shown in black areas. Fucking kind of hate that. Not sure if you've ever noticed that.
Oh yeah. Me and my girl went to go see the Tupac movie when it came out, and we was worried when we went to go see it, like when it's pretty close to opening day, and we're like, "Oh, how are the seats in that movie? Is it pre-packed in there?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, it's barely any tickets sold because of the area that you are watching this movie in." He's trying to like dance around it. It's like, we don't watch niggas.
You know what's funny? It's just, for instance, the movie theater over here, they still are playing Avengers. They're still playing like Toy Story. Obviously, that's a newer movie. Still playing, what's that other fucking, they're still playing Aladdin. Still playing all of that shit. And I'm like, wow, that Shaft movie's only a month old. Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, it's only a month old and you guys aren't even showing it yet. They're having it at the movie theater that plays all the old movies and shit like that. Other than that, I would have to drive all the way to fucking whatchamacallit? I would have to drive to Richmond to go watch the movie. I thought it was fucked up. I'm over here looking. I'm like, they're playing it in Oakland and Richmond and fucking Fairfield.
I mean, you could go back to Oakland and just, get that Motel 6 again.
You know what I'm saying? Smokers Row.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I may have something to talk about. So I'm not sure if you guys remember, I did a little unboxing. And I think it was last episode. did a little unboxing of some things that I acquired online. Some bondage things, ropes, nipple clamps, wild shit. So like I said, me and my fiance haven't seen each other for 2 weeks. I get that hotel room. I'm like, it's on. Put all that shit in the shoebox. And then I get to the hotel. I just put that all over the dresser, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fiance sees it. She's like, "Oh, you trying to get wild, wild?" I'm like, "Yep." Like, I'm gonna have to reach into my box of tricks. She thought that was funny. Long story short, this woman hit me with one of the wildest gawk sessions I've ever had in my life. I damn near had to tap her on the head. I was like, hey, unless you want me to finish, you need to stop what you're doing right now. I was like, yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm like, hey.
Ma'am. Miss.
Unless you're trying to have me finish early.
Hold on. Oh, go. Don't you make my big toe curl now. Come on now, girl. What you doing? Come on.
I don't even got a joint in that motherfucker. It's curling.
Oh, God.
So,
you got me bent like a wishbone. Oh, come on. Damn. It's just like, what?
It's not even making sense, right? I was like, girl, what you doing? Oh my God.
Oh, you playing Mozart.
Girl, the lights is on. Saying stupid shit.
No. Oh, damn. You need some change?
Oh, the cab is fair. What are you talking about?
Oh, I could fix the baseboards. I can fix that.
You know, it would make sense for ice cream to be called cream frio in Spanish.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, I think I sucked out a brain cell.
You're like, yeah, you did.
Blue is my favorite color because it's the color of the sky, and the sky it's like water. Speaking of water,
Water's good when it's in soda.
Oh, moral of the story, I had to just hit her with the, yo, like, can I just fuck you now? She's like, all right, cool. So, go at that. And it's been a while. So I'm over here just like, all right, man, let's pretend like you know what you're doing. It's been 2 weeks. You've been out of the game for a little while now, buddy. You gotta take it slow. Make sure you're good.
Check your mirrors.
Check your mirrors. 10 and 2. 10 and 2.
2 to 10. 6 to midnight.
I'm over here like fucking dying. And then next thing you know, she hits me with whatever, we finish. And I turn over and I'm like, wow. And she's like, yeah, you didn't use any of that. I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't use any of that. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to focus. And she's like, you sure you haven't been doing anything? And I was like, why? She's like, because you were lasting a long time. And I was like, bitch, you know how much I was trying? It's like, I should just let it out when you was sucking out a brain cell.
I was having more focus than an Olympic swimmer, girl. Come on now.
I'm over here trying to be Karen. And you ain't Karen. Bitch, yeah. My big toe is numb.
She looks at it, it's like blue.
She's like, why does that sock not, why don't you have a sock on that foot? I don't even know, baby.
You know, baby, just put the fucking jelly on my fucking toast. Just come back.
I was fucking pissed though. I was like, "Yeah, you know how fucking over here having the hardest time of my life."
It's like, oh, you went to Kansas City for brains.
Oh my god.
Damn. And you were there. And you were there.
I was like, you been at school, ain't you? Oh, you trying to learn it.
Oh, I'm such a wise guy.
Oh, you trying to learn. Oh my god. I don't know nothing. I'm getting learned.
Damn. Billy Madison.
Yeah. I'm just over here still talking in tongues. I don't even know. Sometimes you gotta pay your tithes, but you know, I don't like laundry detergent.
I mean, if bathwater free, then why even open the door? I don't know. Sometimes what you gotta do is just close your eyes and think about baseball.
God.
I like to hear a home run with. Oh no.
I was
If you're lucky, you might be able to see my old face. Oh.
Moral of the story, she went up to go use the bathroom, and I was like, damn, I guess I have to put all of this crazy shit back into that box. Used none of it. Even took a second to look at everything. Still haven't used
the whole time shit was going down. You're like, hold on, baby, hold on. You're going too quick. I didn't even get to the box yet.
Baby, what about the clamps?
You're over here trying to reach for the box. Like, come on, baby.
Baby, you're sucking me in.
Oh, succotash.
Fuck those damn clamps. Fuck those clamps.
I gotta keep on tradition, baby. Come on, man.
That was a stupid fucking purchase anyway.
Shouldn't have brought it up on the podcast.
I don't even know why I brought it up. Oh my god. You deserve better. Baby, you want an allowance? But yeah, that was
on that note. I guess we'll leave you guys with that.
Yeah. You know what I got left with. Oh,
I got left there just butt naked, just me and my socks.
One sock.
And a blue big toe.
It wasn't even cold outside. Yeah, man. All right. Well, yeah, that was another episode of the Fat Papi Slim Papi podcast.
Catch y'all later.
Hope y'all enjoyed yourself. Peace.
Yep.